KPBS On Demand is supported by Paint Care, offering households and businesses in California more than 800 leftover paint drop-off sites for recycling. Quantities of 100-plus gallons of paint may qualify for a large volume pickup. Learn more at paintcare.org.
David Foster Wallace's novel Infinite Jest garnered wide acclaim back in 1996 when it was first published. It also won over actor Jason Segel.
It's a challenge. I mean, it's 1,000-plus pages, and it's hard. And sometimes you want to throw that book against the wall, if you're perfectly honest. But getting through it makes you feel smart. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something. And that's part of his intent, is to remind you, like, no, you're capable. You're capable of this.
Segel now plays Wallace in The End of the Tour. The film is based on the book by Rolling Stone writer David Lipsky, and it chronicles the 5-day road trip the two men shared during Wallace's 1996 book tour.
When I think of this trip, I see David and me in the front seat of his car. He wants something better than he has. I want precisely what he has already.
If you're unfamiliar with Wallace's dense, challenging work, then the film may come off as a portrait of two self-absorbed guys. But there are scenes that capture Wallace's humor, compassion, and genius, and provide insights into why the author chose to leave this world at 46.
He talks really beautifully about depression. And another thing that he says in that book is a girl gets brought into the hospital after a failed suicide attempt. And the doctor says, "Why did you want to hurt yourself?" And she shakes her head and she says, "You'll never be able to help me. You think that I wanted to hurt myself? I was trying to end the pain." And I think that it really informed the performance, and it really spoke to me that this is a man who was willing to go the places that we try to suppress.
The End of the Tour serves up Wallace as an engaging, complex, and troubled man. And if you haven't read one of his books yet, you should do so now.
It's me, talking at the tape recorder. I'm smoking. I haven't just said I wouldn't smoke. I'm smoking. Just me and your tape recorder.
I'm Beth Accomando, your resident cinema junkie. Thanks for listening to my review of The End of the Tour. This week, you can also find my interview with Jason Segel on my new KPBS Cinema Junkie podcast. This is a new endeavor for me, so please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and give it a rating. Or send me your feedback on Twitter @Cinebeth or on the Cinema Junkie Facebook page. Each week, I'll be reviewing new films and serving up new interviews or ones pulled from my 3 decades of archives. Check out Sir Ian McKellen talking about adapting Shakespeare, or Simon Pegg discussing the pop culture references in Hot Fuzz. Satisfy your celluloid addiction with my Cinema Junkie podcast, where you can mainline film 24/7. Thanks a lot.
KPBS On Demand is supported by Paint Care, offering households and businesses in California more than 800 leftover paint drop-off sites for recycling. Quantities of 100-plus gallons of paint may qualify for a large volume pickup. Learn more at paintcare.org.